Good evening and welcome to Turbo's Sunday Roast. Today we are going to be talking about all things in the Premier League, League One, League Two, and any sort of general sort of football things. I'm joined by a fantastic co-host tonight from last week. Once again, I've got George here. George, or affectionately known as Glory Hole. How are you, George?
Yeah, I'm all right. Not too bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. It's been an interesting weekend of football, and got some breaking news. Just at the top of the show, Neil Warnock has become the Torquay interim manager.
Neil Warnock, is he not like 80 years old or something crazy?
He's 77 years old.
Bloody heck. What is he doing back in... I know he's not the official manager, but that's crazy.
Well, from what I've been reading and what I've been hearing, he's been advising Torquay on all things football. And obviously they've sacked their current manager, I think after a 5-0 defeat at the weekend, or a 5-1 defeat. And Neil Warnock, obviously, who lives locally in the sort of Devon and Cornwall area, has agreed to be in the dugout for Tuesday's game, I think, against Chelmsford.
So I'm guessing Torquay are not doing very well at the minute then.
Well, do you know what? I'm surprised, actually, because I looked at the league table. They're currently fifth. They start fifth.
Oh, right.
Obviously, Dorking...
Fourth at the minute, actually.
Is it fourth? Is it right?
Oh, they've got 4 out of 5 matches have been losses and then 1 draw in the mix. So not great at the minute, though.
Well, do you know what? You'll get the Warnock bounce, and I think Dorking have probably got, as Luke would probably agree, our resident Dorking fan, will be. I don't think he'll be too concerned, because I think Dorking run away with that. However, to go up from the National League South, and its positions 2nd to 7th, I believe, that enter the playoffs. So
yes, 2nd to 7th, yes, and that's the same in the north. So only 2 will go up from both leagues.
Exactly. So 4 go up in total. So listen, if Warnock takes the reins, I'll be putting my money on Torquay to go up. And Torquay famously, well, what's Torquay famous for? I believe palm trees and Fawlty Towers. You ever watched Fawlty Towers, George?
I have watched Fawlty Towers. That is something I have watched. If anyone knows me, I'm not a notorious guy for watching films and TV shows, but I have seen Fawlty Towers.
Fawlty Towers is probably my second most favourite comedy of all time. So now, obviously, the Torquay fans and Torquay people can say, "Yay, we've got Neil Warnock." He actually managed them back in 1993. So
I'm just looking at the long list of clubs, and that is a crazy list of clubs he's managed. Fair play.
Do you know what? I would have done anything to have him as manager back at Rotherham. Just going to go to some of the comments here before we get on to what we're going to talk about tonight. City Empire says Premier League. Well, you know what? Arsenal have had albeit a boring victory today against Chelsea. We'll come on to that in a second. Got one here from a big dog. That'll be Adam. Up the turbo. Thank you, Adam. And then another one here. Millers stay up? ? Well, I hope so, Adam. But
nah, that's asking too much.
we'll come on to that shortly. And one of our guys, Mers, evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Mers.
And then go through some more comments here. Adam again. Ooh. West Ham, Spurs or Forest to go down. Well, yep, that's another talking point.
That is a talking point for later on, yes.
We're going to go for. If anybody looks at our comments section, and this is a live phone-in show, so if anyone wants to come on and give their opinions for 5 minutes, 2, 3,
any
4,
match
5,
in the world,
minutes.
It can be the lowest of low or the Premier League, whatever you want.
Anything at all. Come and have a chat with myself and GH, and we'll see what your opinions are and see if we agree or indeed disagree. Another comment here from the City Empire. Fawlty Towers, more like Fawlty Chelsea Comedy Club. Like it.
Brilliant.
And then we're going to go to another comment here. Mers, here's a question based on information. You just said non-league playoff. Do you think they should be the same thing in the EFL, where the Championship 3rd to 8th playoff instead of 3rd to 6th?
Yes, I do.
They're on about changing it, aren't they?
I think I saw something a while ago where they did say they're looking to change it, but whether they will.
I mean, I'm a traditionalist. I want your top 2 to go up, and then the 4 next best teams have it out with each other, and then one gets to Wembley for what is ultimately the most lucrative game in world football.
If you remember the year that Wrexham went up, the team that came second, I think it was Notts County or something, whoever it was, had over 100 points as well, and they didn't even end up going up that year, I don't think.
Yeah.
At least not automatically, so it is a bit unfair that they don't go up straight away.
I think you're on about National League there, but I think Notts County did go up. They did go up, and Wrexham and Notts County were in League 2 together, and obviously Wrexham went on, and they're having a terrific season this season. So, some of the points we're going to talk about tonight are we're going to have reaction to the Chelsea and Arsenal game. So, any Chelsea or Arsenal fans that want to pop on, give your thoughts, please do. We'll have a general sort of Premier League chat. We'll talk about Rotherham winning a game at some point. That's
anything else.
And then, obviously, Manchester United fans, is Michael Carrick the man to take you forward? Ooh. Would you give that man give him a 3-year contract to become your manager? So, listen, I don't know why that's just happened. That's the player ratings from
yesterday.
So,
press the back button.
Don't know what that's about. I don't know why that's happened, but let's try and sort that out. I've got John backstage currently. I'm going to bring him on to talk a bit about his team. He's got a couple of teams.
Newcastle, probably.
Newcastle. So we'll go with John. John's also a Miller, like myself, and a member of this show, as well as a subscriber. I just want to try and get this out the way.
Well, putting you big gets it out the way, kind of, but not properly.
So I'm going to first add John to have a quick chat with yourself, George, whilst I get this sorted. So here we go. Here comes John. Hello, John. How are you? You okay, pal?
No.
No.
You're not okay.
Well, I'm only here to talk about my 2-team wanker. I'm not talking about the other team tonight because you'll cover that later. I'm here to talk about Newcastle United and the clown show that is Nick Pope.
Oh.
So, John, forgive me, was it Nick Pope in goal this weekend?
Yes.
I can only assume.
Yes, he was an absolute... He'd be, honestly, Cam Dawson would give him a run for his money this week.
Really? I mean, I highly rate Nick Pope, to be honest with you, John.
Do you know, after I said about England goalkeepers, I think it was last week, funnily enough, don't take Nick Pope.
Who are England's 3 right now? We've been talking about
Pickford.
Yeah.
Nick Pope,
I'm not sure.
and Dean Henderson.
Nick Pope is on there, yeah. And someone else, but
maybe Dean Henderson, but who knows?
What I would say is Everton thoroughly deserved the win. I'm not a biased fan. I'm happy to, but what we shouldn't be doing is we've scored and then we've let them just score again. It shouldn't happen in football. Like, we've just completely switched off.
32 34.
Yeah, we were 1-1, and then we've just switched off, and Nick Pope has a howler, and then obviously Beto goes and scores again. Am I worried about the relegation scrap a couple of points below us? Yes. I'm going to be serious. I think we're going to get dragged into it. I'll tell you why. We've got Man United Wednesday. We've got fucking Barcelona. We've got Chelsea. We've got Barcelona again. And then we've got some other... I think if teams below us start getting it, like Brighton today, great result. We could be in that mix with Spurs for fighting for the relegation battle.
No, I think you're safe, John, because Forest are absolutely atrocious. Tottenham are atrocious. So I don't see how you're going to drop below those two. And then obviously Forest, Burnley and Wolves are probably already down. So there's two teams guaranteed to be worse than you at least. That should one of them will get the relegation, I reckon, and you'll be safe.
I hear what you're saying. I do. However, we've been shit away from home. Sorry, family. Sorry. It's been rubbish away from home, and now we've been rubbish at home. Our defence is more leaky than, I don't know, some canal that's got a hole in it. It's mind-boggling how. And I was looking at this. I think last year we were second in the league for the highest like defensive points. We were really stable at the back, and then this year we're honestly and Eddie Howe. How do I say this without swearing? Please stop picking your favourites, Dan Burn, Nick Pope, Watermoldy. I'm sick to my back teeth of that German playing basically on the goal line. I don't get it, boys. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
John, quick question. What's happened to Johan Visser? Is he injured? Is he
He's coming back. He got injured again. He was on the bench for Everton. He came on. But honestly, Brentford have ripped us off. Notts Forest have ripped us off with Elanga. It's the Saudi tax. Do you know what I mean? It's the Saudi tax.
You said Notts Forest. Never say Notts Forest.
Nottingham Forest. I apologise.
No, not to me.
I know. Phil will have me. But anyway, I won't take up too much of the show. What I'll say is, I'm not. Everton were fantastic. Everton were a really good attacking team. I mean, I don't know if you boys have seen any of the highlights, but Tonali has absolutely pinged a peach in like the 93rd minute, and Pickford somehow grew arms and saved it, and it was a world class save. To be honest,
I have seen that, John, and it was Tonali could not have hit it any sooner, to be honest with you.
It was a peach, and I was there. Yeah, 3. No, never mind. But I know you're going to cut. Pros and cons. We've got a 3-pointer with my other team, which you guys can talk about later.
Well, obviously, my wife's family, one of my wife's relatives, and friend of mine. Well, certainly know them. Jared Branthwaite scored against.
For God's sake,
Newcastle at the weekend. So that's good news for him, and I really hope that. Jared Branthwaite makes the England team. I think he might be a bit too late now.
Nah, he probably won't make it.
How old is he? He must be getting on a little bit.
Jared?
No.
Early 20s, man.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's 23. He's 23.
Yeah. 23, yeah.
Not at all getting on then. Get him on the plane. I'm sure you mentioned him as well in the FPL show, so there you are.
Yeah, he's in your team, isn't he?
I never picked him.
Oh.
Stupidly.
But yes. Honestly, I've already messaged Bushy in advance and said congratulations on your 3 points on Wednesday, because they will win at Newcastle.
So John, I'm just going to go through a couple of comments. We've got Mers here saying 4 more years of Eddie Howe.
That's like saying 4 more years of Arteta. Like, come on.
I've got Adam here as well saying, Brothers, the season ticket holder, said fans were booing Gordon when he went off. It's a bit harsh. Didn't he score 4 goals the other week?
Yeah, but against
Carrier-Bag, which is, let's be real, probably
I do feel for Gordon. He gets a lot. He's getting a lot. And also, we've moved him into the striker position because obviously Watermelon can't be asked to be a striker anymore. He's identifying as a goalpost. I do feel for God. He gets a lot of slack from the fans, and I don't know if it's because of his history. I don't know if it's because of his antics against Liverpool, but he's been. I mean, overall, generally, our team's been crap scoring goals. His contribution, apart from the Champions League qualifier, has been quite low, in my opinion. And then obviously there was the whole incident in the carrier bag game where he wouldn't let Watermelon take a penalty. In the away leg, Kieran Trippier's having it to do with him. So that all came out in the press as if like there's, man management issues and all that jazz. But he's the penalty taker. Would I have liked Watermelon to get a goal against Carrybag away? Probably. Would it give him confidence to score against Everton? Probably not, because he's not going to score against Man U. He'll not score against Barcelona. I don't think that the rest of the season Watermelon will score, if I'm honest.
So wow.
So what I will say, I'm just going to come back to you as well here. Newcastle not having the best of seasons at the minute, and as the link's just gone out below there, if you want to come and join us tonight to have a chat with myself and George, and as John's come on, John's one of our top guys.
No, I only give $1.99 though, Tom.
Yes, yes, John. Yes, I know. I am fully aware that is all you can give. So, John, sent a super chat in for $1.99.
I'm only fishing. I'm just fishing.
Me being me said, "Oh, that's a bit tight. Should have rounded up to £2." But I am fully aware you can only send £1.99. And
Yes.
John's not actually a Yorkshireman. He's from Wales.
I am.
So you know what?
That's a lot of money in a different currency.
Indeed, it is. It's
right.
99 pence. John, thanks so much for your contribution tonight. We're going to move on to Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Goodbye. Enjoy
John,
the show, lads.
Thank you, mate. All the best, pal.
See ya.
See you later, pal. So that was Newcastle having a bit of a shaky season, albeit, they're in the Champions League latter stages. Eddie Howe will be sort of a loss now, because I firmly believe Eddie Howe was meant to take the England job at the end of the World Cup. But
really?
Thomas Tuchel has extended his contract. Once again, the link is there if you want to come and join us and have a chat. But I'm going to move on to a game that has just finished literally sort of 45 minutes ago. It was Arsenal v Chelsea. Arsenal were victorious 2-1. And I'm going to bring in our resident Arsenal fan, Mers, see what his thoughts on the game were. Mers, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Arsenal, Chelsea. I watched it today. I thought it was a bit of a drab affair. I think it lacked in quality. However, Arsenal won't be bothered about that because they have won. They've beaten a London rival, and they are still top of the Premier League. Thoughts, Mers?
Yeah, I'm happy that we claimed 3 points against one of the fellow Big Six teams. Although I would say there was moments in that game where it definitely felt like squeaky bum time. I felt a bit on edge. I found it very funny that Chelsea yet again got another red card. They seem to love getting red cards this season. The ninth different player.
It's the ninth one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it might be potentially more than 9, but it's the 9th different player to earn a red card this season. So yeah, there's definitely discipline problems at the club. And we're keeping that fine form a little bit against Chelsea of late. We've picked up a fair amount of points against them over I think it's Arsenal, Arteta's tenure at Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is that situation of the set pieces. It was just set pieces. There was nothing really fantastic.
Set piece merchants.
Sorry, excuse me. Can that Liverpool fan say that again? What? How many goals did Liverpool score this weekend?
Okay, so we were top of the list for set pieces until you overtook us tonight, but that's not the point.
Oh, it's not the point, right? So we are good at set pieces and top of the table. You're good at set pieces, but just not top of the table.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, what I will say about the game, like I said, I watched the game in and out. I was trying to set this up and everything. Pedro Neto, what a clown. What an absolute clown!
Oh, he was an idiot. It was stupid. Stupid 2 yellows.
And the fact that he even protested his innocence. What was the gap between the yellow cards? Was it a couple of minutes? I think it was.
It wasn't a huge. I think it's single-digit minutes. I think
it was 3 minutes or something.
A huge amount of time between those.
Yeah. So I mean, listen. I think Chelsea still are in a transitional period, and I fancied Arsenal to win that today. I think if Arsenal and Chelsea would have drawn that game, I think then their arse could have fallen out. No pun on arse. But I mean, listen, did Mers, you probably pay more attention to me. Didn't Declan Rice pick up a knock at one point?
There was that moment where he was running back to get the ball, and obviously he was at full sprint, and it looked like he might have pulled a muscle or something. But then he played on a bit after that, so I don't think he's necessarily received an injury, but you'll find out in the next few days.
Well, because I do think if Declan Rice was to have a few games out, that could be a massive blow for Arsenal, and certainly Manchester City will be hoping that's the case. I think Declan Rice is a fantastic player, and will go on to hopefully lift that World Cup in the summer. Don't you agree, Mers?
No, Spain's going to lift the World Cup in the summer. Don't know what you're talking about.
Zubimendi's going to lift it.
Oh, well, there we go.
And the other one.
Raya.
Marino.
Yeah. Bloody Spain. Just do a quick couple of comments here. Bob Dude, Welbeck for England scored again today. Evening.
Oh, no.
Did I ever tell you about Danny Welbeck's dad?
No, let's move on. Move on.
I said, oh, no, before you even said that.
One from John Sullivan, who is a member. Hello, chaps. Thanks for having me. Ask Mers his thoughts on the ref. I want his honest opinion, lol.
Yeah, there was 2 moments where the referee just didn't let the game play on. So there was when Cole Palmer fouled Saka, and
that was bad.
Tim Butt looked like he was basically going to be through on goal. And then you had that moment with Neto because like Martinelli stayed on his feet. Obviously, then because Neto's gone down to ground for that foul, meant that Martinelli could have probably continued on and made an opportunity moment.
But with the Neto one, didn't they have to bring it back for a foul because it was a second yellow? It was a red. Don't they have to do that, or can they play on? Because I'm not sure with red cards they're allowed to play on. I know yellows they are, but I'm not sure if reds you're actually allowed to continue playing. Are you?
Yeah, maybe, but like the first one was a bit bad.
The first one was definitely bad. Yeah,
I think if you're on goal and you chop somebody down and you're on a yellow, and the player gets up and continues to go on goal, the referee can pull it back after you've had your opportunity and send the player off. I'm fairly certain of that. But I don't think Arsenal will be too bothered because it wasn't like it was an opportunity, but it wasn't a direct goal scoring opportunity, as it were. So, listen, I think it's a fantastic. London derbies are London derbies, right? And for Arsenal to come through that, not winning it great, winning it a bit ugly. I don't know what Sanchez was moaning about for Arsenal's second, the goalkeeper for Chelsea, because
being knocked over because he got knocked over.
The real answer to that, and that's it, you'll see it with pretty much every team when they concede, is they're just going to throw up a kick and a fuss to try and hope somehow that the goal gets disallowed. That's all it is. It's just the state of the modern game where players moan, throw themselves down to the ground, and cry wolf.
The only thing I will say is it was very weak. So if he'd have got away with it and it was no goal, that would have been weak. But then at the same time, you look back to the Gabriel incident the other week where he went down so easily looking for a foul, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, if that's a foul, how is this goal not disallowed? because in the same respect, if the referees are going to keep things consistent, then what's a foul in one match should be a free kick in another match.
Sanchez didn't get fouled though. GH, he was just flapping about and didn't win the ball back, so he just wanted to moan and claimed that he was fouled. He was never fouled. GH. He wasn't even touched. He was just trying to move around in the box. He didn't know where to go, and it was just like, "Oh, I've been fouled."
Yeah, but in other scenarios, that would have been a foul. I guarantee it.
So John Sullivan says London derby, but then he follows up with more like who can score from a corner derby.
Yeah.
And then John's put again, think VAR helping with the ball out of play next season will encourage better games. So, yeah. I mean, Mers, are you still confident that you're going to win this Premier League?
50-50.
50-50. When do you play Man City? Is that
something like the 18th of April, something like that?
That's going to be that'll be the game, won't it? Will be the game. That will be the game. And
well, as we already know, you've got a warmer. You've got a warm-up fixture against them in the final of the Carabao, so that'll be a good indication of how things are going to go in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mers, anything else to add on Arsenal?
No, just happy to get the 3 points and we can move on to the next game against Brighton.
Quick one, Mers. I asked you last week, how's the Pokédex collection going? All right?
60 out of 251 so far.
60 out of 251.
Yeah.
So if anybody likes Pokemon or collecting Pokemon cards, I mean, I'll watch Mers's videos. Please give him a follow. It's great value. Because I'm from a generation. Mers, how old are you, pal?
38 this month. So 37 at the moment.
So I'm 39, right? We used to, well, not we, but back in the day, I'm from a generation where you'd open football stickers, Pokemon cards, all that sort of stuff. And it's great to see. It brings you back to your young adult life, as it were. Young sort of teenage life. So give Mers a follow. Anything else, Mers?
No, that would be it. That would be it. Thank you.
Cheers, man. Thank you, pal. Thanks for coming on. Cheers.
That's all right. Bye.
Right, so that was Arsenal. I mean, I think Arsenal will go on to win the league now, George. What are your thoughts?
I think it's very difficult for Man City to catch them. As much as, yes, they still have to play Arsenal. Man City still have to play Arsenal in April, whenever it is. Whether or not they win that match, I just think Arsenal, yes, they slipped up against Wolves, but they have been too consistent for City to catch them. Yeah. I think they'll just squeeze it this year, to be honest with you. And they've got a lot of goals. They've had a lot of goals from their defenders, and that's more than actually. No, Man City had a couple of defending goals every week, but normally speaking, they don't get too many goals from their defence. So no, that's something. Absolutely. We've got a message here from Wayne Earl up the Rotherham, and that brings me nicely onto a quick chat about. I mean, I know we've gone from Arsenal, the powerhouse Arsenal and Chelsea and all that kind of stuff, to now talking about my club, Rotherham United. Wow. And we're gonna be joined by, well, my best mate, Danny, who was at the game yesterday as a St John's ambulance member. So here he is. He's right chuffed. Let's have him to the stage. Danny, how's it going?
Evening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, pal. I can hear you. Good lad.
Yeah, don't mention what I do for a living, please.
All right, sorry.
No. Well, for anybody that knows me, St John's do work the games. I work for Yas. Yeah. I was there in a professional capacity. I did manage to see the whole game, so I weren't interrupted. Thankfully, there were nothing to deal with. Yeah, incidents.
Which is good.
I'll be honest. I think I told you earlier. I've been really busy. I was looking forward to today since beginning of week. It's I know we're not here for a catch up. Mate, it's all gone to pot. There's been family issues. I've had a chest infection. So if I start coughing, just cut me off.
No worries, mate. You're fine.
So,
You're fine.
Yeah, but thanks for bringing me on. And
love the shirt, mate. That's proper nice. Was
yeah,
that from the club shop, was it?
Yeah, my wife bought me this as a surprise. It's the 94-96 away kit. It's lovely. Yeah. There you go. Do a bit of subliminal advertising for you.
Parkgate Retail World.
Because that's still open.
George, Parkgate is a small shopping centre in Rotherham. If you ever want to come and visit, they've got things there. And
that's very much selling it to me.
Well, you can go to Meadowhall, which is about 3 miles away, so which is in Sheffield. John Sullivan says Parkgate is shite.
All right, I'm not going. Not going anytime soon then.
Danny, what did you make of yesterday's game, pal?
That, as a feeling, just felt like the old times a bit. The game itself, the way they played, the setup. I know that he's gone for 4 at back again, but it just felt, and looking at it on paper, he's got that holding midfield coming back as well, fighting for every ball. Standout performances. Nombe, every time he jumped for ball, he got his head to it. Marta, he was spot on. And yeah, Rafferty, I mean, crikey, out of all the chances both teams had to get that touch that took it away from keeper.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was his only decent touch, and he didn't mean it, because all other touches he had were crap. But yeah, it felt good. Obviously, as you know, I sit next to dugout, so I'm watching what's going off. I'm sure seemed quite lively. He didn't come off his line. Oh, hello.
Oh, right there, Zach. That is Zach, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Thanks, mate, right, for surprising me.
Hey up, Zach. Hope you know us, mate.
Mate. And yeah, there we go. In a nutshell, I hope that answers your question, mate. But
no,
need more of that going forward.
Well, I think what's key, Danny. We play Mansfield on Tuesday, mate, don't we? So, are you going or are you working?
I'm working, mate. I'm working.
You're working.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence whether I can or can't go at the minute, just due to work commitments. But we need to back it up. We need to back it up on Tuesday. There's no ifs, sounds, or buts. Did you hear about Neil Warnock becoming the Torquay manager, Danny?
No, that was the other thing I was going to say. In preparation this week, I was going to get me facts. I did watch a bit of Match at Day last night. Obviously, I was at the game yesterday, but life's just taken over. I've missed the beginning of your podcast. I'm guessing Arsenal won. I knew it was 1-1.
2-1.
Yeah, I'm not doing very well today. I mean, I'm not looking for sympathy, but yeah, I've been at hospital. I'm on a busman's holiday. My granddad's in hospital, so no, it's all right. Family first,
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I mean, I were on 2 weeks ago, and I thought we were going to talk about Olympics, but obviously it's football only. But I do like. You mentioned Pokemon cards. I am a secret Pokemon fan. As you, I've got to keep Babbies entertained. But yeah, did anybody see the closing ceremony for the Olympics? I thought the Olympics were amazing, by the way. But
I didn't, mate. I didn't.
No, I
did you see it, George?
No. Was it good?
No, it was rubbish.
Oh, that sold it. I'm not going to watch the next one.
And without any spoilers, I have caught up today with the WWE Elimination Chamber.
All right.
Because obviously I watch it with my little boys. But again, don't bother. It's rubbish.
Just don't watch anything from what you're saying.
Do you watch wrestling, George?
No, I don't know.
No. Well,
No.
I kind of briefly follow it. Bushy's on. Love the Miller's shirt. It is a cracker. That is a corker. That like.
Yeah.
Even though as John said, Parkgate is indeed shite. but I mean, it's a cracking shirt.
The good thing about this one, put the collar up.
Right.
And I know the centenary shirt has the collar as well, but when you put it up like Cantona, you can start talking like this. You can go, when these seagulls follow the trawler, it is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea.
George, are you too young to remember that, pal?
I think I am, yes.
So basically, Cantona booted a Palace fan in the face.
All right.
Got banned for, was it a year? And
wow.
In his press conference, he went, when the seagulls follow the trawler. And he came up with some ramble. But we'll move on to Manchester United shortly. And then John Sullivan's put here, right, I won't watch the Chamber now. Cheers. Ruined my evening. Lol.
Oh, well, I didn't see it, but I've seen reports today. However you're inclined, I don't know if they've cut it out, but apparently in the women's chamber match, there was a wardrobe malfunction. So take from that what you will.
Oh God.
It might have been the only interesting bit. I don't know.
It's maybe worth watching then, John. If there's a wardrobe malfunction, I mean,
Yeah.
I remember it was Stacey Keebler and Trish Stratus when I
don't know, but I don't know if you want to make that this kind of podcast. That's
well. Dan, any more thoughts on Rotherham? You think we're going to stay up, mate?
Yes, I thought yesterday it would be really nice, as the league is, to have all them Yorkshire teams in it next season, like we have done in past seasons. So yeah, and obviously teams surrounding us. I did get a bit of insider news yesterday, not from the club. I was talking to a friend of ours, and yeah, I looked at the fixtures today. I'm looking forward to watching them tonight. I thought Fulham would win against Spurs, and I don't know the guy. Sorry, it's from a friend of a friend, but a Rotherham lad, where on earth he's got 200 quid from? He's put 200 on Spurs to go down at 15-2.
Wow.
So yeah.
They could go down. They're not having a good time at the minute. They've got the lowest points in the league this season, this year out of anyone, which is not good enough.
No. So, what's the start of 2026, George?
Since the start of 2026, they've picked up the lowest amount of points, even lower than Burnley and Wolves, which is a big problem.
Right. Okay. So that is a massive problem. Igor Tudor's come in and they've lost 2 on the bounce already, haven't they?
He's done nothing, yeah.
Dan, do you want to stick about for a bit? Or
just one more question, because, like I said, I've not kept up with Oak today. Is Scott Parker still in the job?
At Burnley?
Yeah, somehow.
I think so. Yeah, I've not heard that.
Yeah. Did you see highlights from that game yesterday?
It was 4-3, wasn't it?
Yeah, it should have. One of the goals should have stood.
It were absolutely crazy. Really hard done by. But no, thanks for having me on. Nice to see you. I'll leave you to it.
Give my love to wife and kids, mate, and your granddad and what have you. And I'll speak to you after. All right, Dan.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Over Millers, mate. Good lad. See
you later.
Pal. He's right chuffed. Where are we? I'm gonna kick you out, Danny.
Yeah, I don't know how to kick myself out, mate. Sorry.
Right, there we go. Kick right chuffed. Yep, there we go.
He just sits there the whole stream, not realizing he's still in. because he couldn't kick himself. At least you can do it.
Right, I need to go here. John Sullivan has put in a 199
Whoa,
super
go on,
chat
John.
just for Turbo. As I alluded to before, thank you so much, John. 199 is what you can put. You can't round it up to £2, so it was just a joke the other night. Right, Bushy's put here United. So one can only assume Bushy is referring to his second team, which would be Manchester United. Now, George, I want to ask you a question, pal.
Go on.
You are the Glazers. You are Radcliffe. You've seen the upturn in form that Michael Carrick has given to Manchester United. They currently sit third in the Premier League, I believe.
Yes.
Aiming for, Champions League qualification. Let's say they get Champions League qualification, right? Are you willing to give Michael Carrick the Manchester United job permanently?
Simply put, yes. As far as what I don't like Man United. I never have. But if I was a Man United supporter, I would be chuffed with the way that he's come into the club and he's taken them from here to here. Like Amorim was on a downwards trajectory. He was sinking the club. Like Amorim lost to Grimsby in the FA Cup or League Cup, whatever it was.
It was in the League Cup, yeah.
And I guarantee, well, I can't say for certain, but I have a strong feeling that if Carrick was in the job at that time, he wouldn't have lost that match. The way he's come in and somehow done something to turn the club around, like obviously he's probably much more familiar with the players, with the club in general, because he was at the club for however many years as a player, and that massively helps. Like Rob Edwards. I know Rob Edwards has had a difficult time at Wolves, but he's known for being at the club for however many years. He knows the club a lot better than the previous manager, and he's picked up way more points than the other manager. So clearly there's something in football that shows that if you've been at the club previously as a player or even as a manager, then it normally works out well for you. So yes, I think he deserves the chance. And also, how many years ago was it when they last got Champions League football? Quite a while back.
I don't think it's that too long ago, is it?
Well, it was at least a couple of seasons ago. But either way, Man United are the sort of club, as with Liverpool, we're the sort of clubs that should always be in the Premier League. We should be good enough to always in the Champions League. Sorry, we should always be good enough to be in the Champions League. And for Man United to finally have a manager that's looking likely to give them Champions League again, I think he deserves the permanent position.
Okay, so I'm going to bring a comment in here from the King Bush. He's put, no, Carrick shouldn't get the job. We are a Man United. We need the best in class. Now, George, I'm going to go against your opinion here. I actually agree with Bushy here. I think you do need the best in class. And I think what I was saying before about England, I think, have panicked and offered Tuchel a longer contract. So Man United, if they do come sniffing, they've got to pay them some compo to get him.
The problem is the best of the best. Man United have are notorious for bottling competitions and not getting into the Champions League and things at the minute. What top elite manager wants to come to Man United? Who would want to join when realistically they've seen how bad Amorim's done and the previous managers have done, and they're thinking probably if I join, I'm just going to be made a laughing stock of myself.
So what I would say to that is if the Man United, it looks like they will at the minute as things stand, the way they're playing, I think they will get Champions League qualification. At that point, do they say, Michael, thank you so much, mate. You're a club legend. You played for the club. You've got this team back into the Champions League. However, we're going to move on because we're going to get the best in class, as Bushy has said. Would you have Michael Carrick as Liverpool manager over Arne Slot?
Well, if Carrick was doing a good enough job, there's no. If let's say for argument's sake, Hamshaw lost his job and some reason Man United took him on and he was doing amazingly. Just because he's been at League One doesn't mean to say he can't be a good enough manager for the job. If they're proving good enough, if they're able to get the wins, if they're picking up the points, which is what Carrick is doing, then who's to say he shouldn't be given the chance? Because it's not about needing the best of the best. It's just needing a manager that's good enough to win enough games to get you where you want to be. And if Carrick's doing that, you don't need somebody that's £1 million more expensive and this, that, and the other. In my opinion.
Okay, well, totally. I mean, one from John here. Carrick should get it. Told Bushy.
There we are. Someone with sense.
In charge. Got one here from Steve Cherry. Ex-Rotherham keeper here. Love the show. Bushy for PM. Fair enough, Steve.
Interesting.
I've also got here from where is it? John Sullivan again. Carrick should get it. Oh no, yeah, I've done that.
Oh, you just read that one, yeah.
And Mers has put in. I come back to see John do a super chat. Should have rounded it down to £1.50. So. Yeah, this is all to do with the comment I made a few.
No, what about £2, Tom? Should have been rounded up to £2.
I know. Should have rounded up to £2. Only a penny, isn't it? Cheapskate. No, I'm joking. Danny, who's just been on before, if it's working with Carrick, then why?
Exactly. You don't need to. Let's be real. Who is the best of the best manager? Let's say. Well, because realistically, someone like Pep's not going to go there. Someone like Arteta is not going to go there, even though he's not the best of the best.
No. Exactly.
I'm just saying, who would go there? What manager would actually want to go to Man United? Because I guarantee you, a lot of the top managers would have seen what the previous ones have done and gone, I'm not confident that I can come to this job convincingly knowing that I'm not going to be made a laughingstock of myself. Because Ruben Amorim's come out of this job and he's the laughingstock of Manchester after that. Who wants him now? He's a nobody because he's done such a bad job. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm Xabi Alonso. I'm whoever the hell, whatever. I'm just saying around a manager, whoever the manager is. I'm going to come in and yes, maybe I might do a bit better than him, but there's a chance that it could go the other way and I could be an Amorim again or a previous manager and do terrible. And then I'm the laughingstock of the whole world and nobody wants me.
So I'll answer that, George, because I think Ruben Amorim was his own worst enemy. He refused to change the system. He refused to change. He played three at the back. Refused to change his system.
Well, I suppose
Amorim stuck to his guns and said, "Look, this is how my football teams play." End of debate.
And I suppose,
even though with the players that he had did not fit the system that he wants to play.
Well, I mean, one thing I have noticed is what's his name? Kobe Mainoo's getting a lot more game time now.
He is,
and he's a great player. And I'm just wondering why Amorim never played him because he, as much as I've never really thought he's amazing, he is a good midfielder, and I do think he needs more game time. And that might have changed things.
So, quick one here from Bushy. We've got nonsense. We've seen the story before with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did great when he first came in.
Ole was actually good.
He was, but he did that
prematurely sacked.
But I mean, still, was he the best in class at the time?
I mean,
probably he didn't win them a trophy either. Didn't get them anything.
To answer Bushy, until the manager's done bad, you can't really say they're going to do bad because you're just preempting something that hasn't happened. Like Spurs getting relegated, we're just all preempting that they might go down. They might win their next 3 or 4 games, or win 3 or 4 games enough to keep them up. We don't know. You're just preempting something. At this point, you're preempting that Carrick's going to do badly.
So Bushy now comes on to say, this isn't any club. It's the biggest club in the world.
I wouldn't say biggest club in the world.
I would say it's top 3.
Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City.
Whoa, hang on.
Actually,
Man United are bigger than Liverpool, George.
Are they though?
Yes, of course they are. George, come on.
No, I wouldn't agree.
George, I want you to say, right, for me, right, I want you to say,
right,
Liverpool are the bigger club than Manchester United.
Yes, and I'll tell you one reason.
Say it, George. Say it, George.
Liverpool are bigger than Man United, and we've won more. I've just looked at that. Now I'll tell you something. It says here. It says here. Liverpool have won 69 trophies in their football since the club has been founded. To Man United's 68. So there we are.
Right. Okay, George. That's fine. So we'll go back to the comments here.
And we've got a better head-to-head record apparently, 72-61. So there we are.
Okay. So Bush should do an interview with Steve. Who's Steve?
The ex-keeper.
Oh, Cherry.
In the comments,
of course, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be good.
Arteta is the best. GH better than Slot.
Oh, how many Premier Leagues has Arteta got? Yeah.
It's a good point, Mers. It's a good point, Mers. He's made a really good point there, pal. Eddie Howe can go there. I'll pay the mega cost.
Eddie Howe to United.
Oh. Matt Hamshaw for the Man U job. Well, no, they're doing all right now, Danny. Johnny Talks is back with us. Hate to say, Bushy was right. We are down. So yeah, I'm going to come on to Forest for a quick chat in a second.
Wow.
We've got
Forest are lucky. We've
not got Phil tonight, so better not tell Bushy he won FPL Manager of the Month for February.
Oh no!
So,
why did you say that?
Bushy. You won the FPL Manager for January. So let's have a bit of this.
For February, not January.
So Bushy wins the FPL Manager for February. I got screwed over because Man City decided not to drop.
Oh, but I thought it was just pick the best players then.
It was, and he is one of the better players, but for some reason, he's born in Leeds, doesn't want to score against Leeds, so he decided to have the night off with his dad. Right, so you're Carrick, give him a contract, sod it. And I think a few of others are saying, no, you need the best in class. He's doing a great job. There's no doubt about that. But when you have him to fight on more fronts than just the Premier League, I'll be interested to see how Carrick manages a European competition as well as an FA Cup and a League Cup maybe at the same time. All that Carrick has to concentrate on at the minute is playing one league game a week. So
that is true, but you can say what's his name, Eddie Howe. You can see how he's doing well in Europe at the minute, and he's not doing so well in the Prem. But would you say his job's at risk? Because I probably wouldn't. But a lot of people might do. So would you say that if he came in and started doing well in one competition rather than all of them because he's in so many, would you say that his job's at risk because he's underperforming in other competitions? Or would you say give him a chance?
No, what I'm saying is that Michael Carrick failed at Middlesbrough, right?
Well, yeah, but that's completely different.
Yeah, it is. It's completely different, but it's still it was a very good team in the Championship, and he failed to get them promoted. Once again, much like Rotherham United, if Hamshaw had nothing to do with Rotherham United, would he be the Rotherham United manager? If Carrick had nothing to do with Man United, would he be the Manchester United manager?
Well, no, he probably wouldn't be. It's a bit like the Wolves manager. Would he be the Wolves manager if he wasn't associated with Wolves for however many years? You know, all things like that happen for a reason, don't they?
I agree to some extent, but I sometimes think that you need a fresh set of eyes. You don't necessarily need to go back to tried, not so much tested results, because it's not worked with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Manchester United's most successful manager is Alex Ferguson, who had bugger all to do with Manchester United before he joined them.
True, I suppose.
Listen, look, it is what it is. Opinions, different opinions. I've got a message here again from Danny Boy. Man U didn't make as much revenue as Liverpool, Man City or Arsenal did in the 24-25 season. So fair enough. Yep, you can't probably disagree with that. I do think Man United have got issues in the boardroom, and certainly with some of their decisions that they have made. So who's to say that Michael Carrick would be the correct decision? Yes, as things stand right now, I believe he's undefeated, and he's got them third in the Premier League.
He is undefeated, yes. There have been a few draws in there. Otherwise, that guy would have had his hair cut by now. But
indeed, and that guy is stealing a living off them. No, he's not. Now that sounds bad.
It's a very clever living that he's got.
It's a very clever living, but let's. Does he really want them to win 5 in a row? That's up for debate.
I mean, if I was him, I would do. If I was in issues, I would be hoping that Man United don't do well. Even though I support the club, I would be like, what's going to happen once I've got my haircut? Is the gimmick over? Am I back to my normal life, or am I still going to be able to make a career from this?
He'll probably end up being a podcaster, and I don't know. Look,
he'll be a stream because he streams.
He streams.
I don't know if he'll carry on doing that. Probably.
No. Well, I think he'll have made, as much as he's doing this for charity, I think he'll have made a bit of a pretty penny out of it, to be honest with you, mate. Daniel Spedding. Evening, lads. I'll not jump on to ask. My lymph nodes are a bit swollen and I refuse to talk on the internet.
Oh, no, that's painful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries, Dan. Right, that's not a problem.
Wishing you well. Hope you get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And anybody who's watching this who's got any family in the Middle East right now, I hope that your loved ones are all safe and well.
Oh, yeah, true.
Just going to quickly go on to Nottingham Forest. We've not got Phil with us today. Forest lose again, and they are down in the absolute mud here at the minute. So, GH, I want you to tell me who's going down.
I've been saying this for weeks, right? I think so. As much as I am kind of now thinking it would be hilarious if Spurs go down, I don't think they will. I think West Ham. Originally, I thought it was going to be Wolves that stay up, right? But my delusional brain has kind of got to stop that gimmick. Even though they did win this week, I think Wolves are probably down and out, so they're gone. Yes. Then you've got Burnley, which are also down and gone. As much as if they'd have picked up a win against Brentford, I think they would have stayed up. Still, probably not. No, they're not good enough for the league. But it's between West Ham and Forest for the final spot, I think. And I think it's going to be West Ham that stay up just about. It's only going to be a couple of points in it. But I think West Ham have proven, so they've got 2 draws and a win and 2 losses, whereas they've got 2 draws and 3 losses for Forest. So Forest haven't had that win that West Ham have had. And even because originally, when Lucas Paqueta left in January, I thought, oh, here we go, West Ham are screwed. West Ham are going to do nothing. But no, West Ham, I think, have shown that they've got just enough quality to stay up. Whether they'll stay up next season will be seen, but I still think they've got just enough quality to stay up. So it'll be Forest, then it'll be Burnley, then Wolves.
Interesting. I'll give you my answer in a second, but here's Dan again. He wants to say this. My question is, should I be concerned about Sunderland's form, or do I accept the reality that we've almost achieved the main goal for this season, in brackets survival, and not to be too concerned about recent form? So I'll answer that one for you, Dan. I think you're absolutely fine, mate. At last glance, I've not got the table.
Well,
yeah, I think you're on 37 or 38 points.
They're on 37, which is the same as Brighton, and only a few points behind Bournemouth, Everton, Fulham. So it's not that bad.
I think with your team and your manager and the fact that you can get a win here and there or even a draw, there's no issue. You are staying up this season. I firmly believe it's between Forest, West Ham, and Spurs for that last remaining spot in the relegation zone. Now, who do I think deserves to go down? I'm sorry, Phil. You'll probably watch this back later, or I don't know if you're watching now. I think it's you guys, and I feel for your fans. You can't have a chairman that is that trigger happy with managers in one season, right? On the flip side of that, Phil, I'd want Marinakis to run Rotherham because as soon as things don't start going right, certainly in our predicament, I'd want him to pull the trigger.
I mean, Hamshaw would have been gone about 10 months ago.
He'd have been gone 10 times. That's what he'd have been gone. It'd have been that bad. So listen, I think from the perspective, and trust me, Nuno Espirito Santo at West Ham will be thinking, right, I'm coming for you, Forrest. I'm coming for you. You had the audacity to part company with me, right? I'm going to make sure you go down. And that will be his team talk. That'll be his team talk. Because make no odds, right? West Ham go down, they lose all their talent. And I'm talking Bowen, Jared Bowen. He'll be gone. Do you know what I mean? Spurs, that could you argue that would be the biggest club relegated in Premier League history?
From what I've heard from Spurs Luke and the Dorking fan, he said that if they go down, it's probably going to be the biggest problem with Spurs financially that's going to probably screw them. They and potentially the club might even fold because the stadium is so expensive to run and to pay off and everything. And all of these players on high wages, which notoriously they'll probably all leave, but still, it will be very, 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 very difficult for them to do anything. So there's a good chance they'll fold, and don't be surprised if they fall down the leagues. But I'm not sure they'll go down. I think. Yes, they've been very, very poor, and they're only 4 points away from the relegation zone. I think they're good enough to stay up. Even like last year, they'll stay up just about. And they're performing in the Champions League. Who knows? They could go and win that, and then they'd have European football next season and potentially be in the Championship. Wouldn't that be crazy?
It would be. Just give me 1 second. George, will you just say that Spurs might win the Champions League again? Might win the Champions League.
If they did, and then they got relegated, it would be.
George, take your medication.
I mean, let me just tell you something. Spurs, Spurs only got, what was it? Yeah, they only got one loss out of 8 games in the Champions League. They came fourth in the table, just behind Liverpool. But the only teams were Liverpool, Bayern, and Arsenal to come above them. I'm not expecting them to win the Champions League. There's been crazier things to happen in the world. You never know. You never know. And if they were to get relegated and then they get Champions League for next season, that would just be the most crazy thing that anyone's ever seen.
Mers has put in order for Wolves to stay up, they now need to win 9 out of 9.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not impossible, but it's probably like, what's the odds of that? Like 10% chance of them staying up? Probably.
9 times 3 is 27. So I don't think they need to win 9 out of 9. I'd say they need to win 7, maybe.
Let me have a look. Let me have a quick look. So they've got, next game is Liverpool, so that's probably a loss. Brentford is probably a loss. Wolves v West Ham on April the 11th will be a massive game.
That'll be a big game.
Wolves v the game after, that's massive. Then they've got Tottenham, again, massive. And then they've got Sunderland, which they'll probably lose that. But then they've got Brighton. Then they've got Fulham and Burnley. So as much as the Liverpool game is, let's be real, the only game out of that lot, which is probably unrealistic for them to win, is Liverpool. If they win any of the rest, then it wouldn't be too surprising considering what I've seen recently.
So one thing that I do want to point out, though, for Wolves, you are not the worst Premier League team.
No, Phil will be very happy with this.
History. It is the one and only Derby County still. Yes, you never know. Derby could come up next season and then break their own record next season. Well, this is it. Well, this is it. I mean, like, the championship is heating up. I think, obviously, we've not managed to speak much about any of the lower leagues apart from Rotherham miraculously winning a game of football on Saturday against the Pilgrims. Daniel's back with us. Go on, Dan boy. Forest go down. I could see Maranaka's gambling big to get straight back up. Could end up in financial bother if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, who's sitting more comfortably? Is it you go to bed tonight, you go to sleep, you're a West Ham fan, you're a Forest fan, you're a Spurs fan. Which two sets of fans are having their better night's sleep? George?
Well, West Ham, firstly, because they've had a win more recently than the other two.
Yeah.
But then again, you've got to remember that Forest and Spurs are not in the relegation zone. I would probably say West Ham and maybe Forest, because Forest have got European football, whereas Spurs haven't got anything.
Well, they've still got European football, haven't they? Spurs.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Spurs have got European football as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking. I don't
West
know.
Ham. That's the whole point. West Ham have got nothing
Maybe,
else.
yeah, maybe West Ham, even though they've got to win more sooner than the other two.
Yeah.
I think maybe West Ham, just purely for the fact that they're in the relegation zone. Yeah, sorry, John. I
John's got Spurs of Europe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that'll bring us to the end. So the headline tonight is Arsenal back on course. Still on course, should I say. Neil Warnock takes Torquay. Rotherham win. Forest are buggered, as are Spurs as things stand. And
should Man United keep Carrick?
And should Man United keep Carrick? And why is John not rounded up to £2? So but on all seriousness, John, thank you. So just quickly going to talk about our shows that we've got this coming week, as it is Sunday. It's the 1st of March today. It's officially, is it spring, I believe?
Yes.
It is spring, 1st of March. Clocks spring forward at the end of the last Saturday in the month.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it'll
lose
be light.
An hour of sleep.
It'll be light this time.
Yes, it's always good. It's always good when the clocks change, but you lose an hour of sleep, and I like my sleep.
You like your sleep? Well, do you know what? I don't sleep. I can't get no sleep.
I am a man for no sleep.
Yeah. Right. So tomorrow we've got Miller's Monday, hosted by the CEO of this channel, King Bush, where we talk everything Rotherham United, and we'll talk about the fantastic win against Plymouth Argyle. Tuesday we've got an after-match reaction because Rotherham host Mansfield at the New York Stadium. And
there's a lot of games, isn't there, at the minute?
Yeah, there is, man. George, you follow the Premier League a little bit more closely than me. And Mers, I don't know if you're still watching, pal. Are we going to have an FPL show midweek? Is that on the cards?
Oh, I don't know. On Wednesday, there will be the normal Wednesday show for the Prem, which is 7 till 8. Yes. So I don't know whether there will be an FPL one, but if there is, keep your eyes peeled, keep notifications turned on if you want to tune in for that. And Mers will come along with that if and when it's going to be out. But I don't know when. Wait, let me have a look. The deadline for next game week will be, quickly tell you this, and then. Okay, so the deadline is Tuesday at 8 p.m, so there's probably a good chance there won't be. But if there is, it'll be sometime on Tuesday, so keep your eyes peeled.
So keep your eyes peeled, and this is one of my favourite shows, actually, the Fantasy Premier League show. I should have won Manager of the Month, but unfortunately, Erling Haaland decided he couldn't be bothered to play against Leeds United, thus screwing me over as I had captained him.
Mers is planning for one, apparently, he says.
Oh, God, where are we? Is it? Oh,
yeah,
there we go. Mers, I'm planning for it. So that's good stuff from Mers, who was on before. He's our resident Arsenal aficionado and Pokemon expert. So we'll potentially have something on the Tuesday. However, after match reactions, Rotherham v Mansfield as well. That evening, that'll come at around about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Wednesday, we've got the Premier League show hosted by the wonderful Forest Phil. Thursday,
Rotherham again.
We've got Midweek Millers hosted by, if he's available, David Besley, Bez.
Midweek Millers, even though it's not the middle of the week.
It's not quite in the middle of the week. Should call it like Thursday Millers, isn't it? We'll call it Millers Monday.
Thirsty Thursdays, or I don't know.
Thirsty Thursdays. It's thirsty every day for me. And then on Friday, is there Premier League?
So wait,
Premier League next weekend?
There won't. Wait. Yes, there will be. There will be. There should be games next week. So the next one will be Saturday the 14th. Yeah, so there will be games this weekend. So yes, there should be a FPL show on Friday evening.
Cool. John Sullivan, always on the ball with his £1.99 tight bugger right now.
Oh yeah, somebody else will be hosting because Phil's at the game.
Phil isn't hosting. I'm more than happy to host if that is the case. However, I'm sure there'll be a queue of people wanting to host the Wednesday FPL prediction show. And as John has just said, he's at the City game. So that'll be
first time. I think he said it's the first time at that stadium, and it's one he's wanted to go to for a while. So
at the Etihad.
At the Etihad, yeah.
At the Etihad. City Empire, Mersgoth, right? Smells of what? Roses? Perfume? Who knows? And then John Sullivan's put, it's FA Cup weekend, GH. So,
is it actually?
Yeah, so...
Oh, so there won't be an FPL show this Friday.
There won't be an FPL. So you'll have a day off from KB Terrace Talk, potentially on Friday. And then when Saturday comes, great film if you've never seen it, it's Sheffield United, Sean Bean. When Saturday comes, we'll have an after-match reaction from Rotherham United, who are playing, I believe, is it Bolton? I can't remember. And then back to me on Sunday. George will not be with us next Sunday. George has got other engagements. And then the cycle goes on. Before I go, George, what did you have for your tea tonight?
What did I have for my tea?
Yes.
Nothing exciting. I just had a pepperoni pizza.
So the Sunday roast and a pepperoni pizza. What was your sauce of choice?
Well, most people mock me for having mayonnaise with almost everything, but mayonnaise.
Thank you. Yes, George.
Yeah, but I'm somebody that has mayonnaise with steak.
I have mayonnaise with everything as well, mate.
Oh, come on.
Honestly, Hellman's full fat. Can't beat it, mate. Right. I've got a leftover Chinese from last night.
Very nice. Huddersfield is what you've got at the weekend.
Is it Huddersfield? Oh, well, that'll be interesting. That's a Yorkshire derby. Mers has put here, he might host the Wednesday FPL show. GH Mayo.
Yep, he knows.
And then the City Empire. Oh, God, weird. Mayo Brothers. Look, mayonnaise is the best condiment there is.
It's because I have mayonnaise with steak, so they mock me, because you should be having peppercorn sauce.
Mate, I have mayonnaise with steak. I have mayonnaise.
Oh, my God. This is revolutionary.
Mayonnaise with sausage rolls. I have mayonnaise with pies. I smother myself in mayonnaise, right? And let the dog lick it off.
What the heck?
Even though I don't own a dog. So who's licking it off? And I'm joking. I don't actually do that bit. I mean, I love mayonnaise. Last up, Mayonnaise Millers should be the name of next Sunday's podcast. Too right, Danny boy. And on that mayonnaise bombshell, we're going to end it there tonight. Thanks for all that watched, all that commented. Thanks for Danny for coming on, Mers for coming on, John for coming on, and most importantly, my fantastic co-host, George, GH. And I'll end it this way. Up the Millers. Cheers, George. Thank you.
See you later.
See you in a bit. If you can end the stream somehow. Right. Yeah. Mayonnaise.